Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So this series is going to be a little vlog-like series. I'm just going to keep it really simple, kind of like when we were streaming last night. I need some easier stuff to do in between the bigger series, like the Get Rich on Wolfden. I'm really excited. I've been working hard on part 3 of that, but it will take a little bit more time. So I thought in the meantime, I'd show you some of the new stuff in my den, and every so often we can update this series and see my progression throughout the game. Let's just befriend this wolf quick and see what happens. Easy wolf, just plain old stoic. But having the thing unlocked, the personality makes it super easy because I 100% the wolf every time. Okay, let's go check out our first thing. I've retired my lead. Now, Slothy, you might say, no, Snapdragon's your lead. He's been your lead for a while. That's not the lead I've retired. If we head on over to Pack Dynasty, which might take a second because the site's a little bit laggy today due to all the people. As we can see, Taro has been removed from his Immortal Wolf role. He used to be my lead. He was my lead for about 6.5 years. And then I decided I wanted to work on the leaderboard, so I made Snapdragon my lead. Well, I really didn't want to lose the decor on Taro. He used to have really pretty decor. I'll show it here really quick. And then I just didn't want to lose it. And back then we couldn't put decor on Dynasty Wolves. So my only choice felt like I could immortalize him, which worked. It was good for a while. He has a son in my den. I'll show him right here. But after a while, he was just kind of taking up an immortal slot, and he didn't really fit the aesthetic of my den anymore. So I decided I was going to retire him. Modbox said it would work, so I retired him. The only thing is they put him in the wrong section. So as you can see, he's in the former pack members when he's supposed to be in the leaders. Modbox told me to bug box it, so hopefully this will be fixed in no time at all. But I hope you all like Taro. He was a great lead, and he had this amazing baby who is my featured wolf now. Next up is the little mutated baby we worked on in stream last night. His name is Snow Kitten. I've named him after Snow Kit from the Warriors series, if anyone reads those books. I've read almost every single one of them. He has some really special markings, 2 merles, and white inverted panda, which works really well for this snow leopard type effect. He is also deaf, which is a random non-genetic mutation, and he's an identical twin. So I think that's really cool. He's going to stay this age forever, and he's got a happy little home in my immortal den. And one of these days, I might even make him a little traveling wolf. Now, I do have a matching wolf for Snow Kitten called Lynx Tips, which is what the design was inspired from. So this is kind of like Lynx Tips. I kind of imagine that Snow Kitten was Lynx Tips' son. And like Snow Kit, he got taken away by a bird, but he survived. This is a little white stoat that Lynx Tips is taking care of for now because he's a little heartbroken. So the idea is that Lynx Tips will search around for her pup, and maybe the pup will also travel, but Lynx Tips won't be immortal because I'm probably only going to make lethal and mutated pups immortal. But I still love their design together. It is perfect. So next up, I want to show something cool that I did with my den. I'm always wondering what I should do with the descriptions. Like you have the pack description. So if I click Aurora Sky, who was my first alpha, as you can see, I've put little inspirational quotes in every single one of my bios. Or at least for the Dynasty Wolves and the Immortal Wolves. I can't really do every single wolf. That would be a little insane. So I'm going to go through all the inspirational quotes quick. This is Aura's. It says, even though they may not express it to you, people are grateful you're in the world. And it's a German Shepherd, just like Aura is. I think it fits really well. It's one of my favorites. On to the next quote. We'll open up all of them for now. We can get through these pretty quickly. I don't want to make this too long a vlog. Just wanted to show people what I've been up to. So this is Clouded Sky. He was my second alpha, or she was my second alpha, and she's missing one piece of decor, but I'm going to put it back on her soon. And Clouded Sky's quote is this cute little bunny that says, "You don't need to qualify for self-care today. Please try to be on your own side." And by the way, all these arts are by the latest Kate. I only rehosted them on my blog privately so I could put them on Wolfden. But don't steal people's art. Next up is Runs at Dawn. Runs at Dawn was based on a relationship I was in at the time, but we're no longer dating anymore. So I put, the only relationship you're obligated to stay in is with yourself. So you ought to start treating her right. Treat yourself right, people. Dusk Sky was a child of my first alpha and my ex's wolf. And it says, "No matter how unsure you feel, every step forward matters," which is very true. Keep stepping. Bugcatcher was also a child of my first lead, except it was male. I kept the first two children because they meant a lot to me. We'll just let it load really quick. Wolfden's a bit laggy today, but it should catch up soon, hopefully. So this is Bugcatcher. He's got some really nice olive eyes at the time, and he had an okay design. He was a hunter of mine. And his quote is the following: "You are strong. You are resilient. You will defeat this shit." Kind of a bad word, but it's okay. It's a strong message. Next up is Marble Soda. Marble Soda was actually my first stud. He was the first peach wolf ever on the site, and I did give him some random markings. He did eventually get black merle, which was kind of rare in the game at the time, and he had red cover, which was a cute marking. He has a really cool look. He has marble skin and nose. And his quote is, "You have coped through a lot. You deserve a nice long break." While this image matches Marble Soda not as much as the others did, I do like the spots, and it's got the same autumn tones as he did. This is Spirit Lives On. This was based on a raccoon that I found, and I helped the wildlife rescue come and pick him up. I had to make a wolf just because it was such a beautiful moment, and I was glad to help. So his quote is, "Life is scary and stupid hard, but I am grateful to experience it with you." Very sweet. Next up is Slothy. This is a wolf that just reminded me of my namesake. I really like the red colors. And Slothy's quote is, "No matter how awful today is, you get to curl into bed at the end of it." I think that's so sweet. My bed's my favorite place, so you'll find me in there a lot. It's very fitting. Next up is Double Trouble. He was my second or third lead. I can't remember. I did have a melanism carrier in there somewhere that I didn't save. But Double Trouble was a Generation 4 melanism and albinism carrier. So that was pretty cool. He carried both genes. His quote is, "This feeling will pass. You're not stuck here forever." Next up is Zodiac. Zodiac was the mate to Tarot, and they were designed to kind of fit together. As you can see, they both have very mystical designs. Zodiac's quote is, "You may be going through it right now, but better times are waiting for you. You have a lot of good life left to live." This is Mystic Sky. Mystic Sky is a descent of my original lead, as you can see, Aurora Sky. And she became the healer for my clan for about her 7 years of life. Her quote is, "Your future is worth seeing." Here is Raccoon Dreams. Raccoon Dreams is one of my favorite wolves, honestly. It kind of has the same thing going on as Spirit Lives On, but it's more mystical, and I really loved Raccoon Dreams. Raccoon Dreams' quote is, "The amount of recharge time you need is entirely reasonable," which fits really well because his name does have the word dreams in it. And finally, like we started, is Tarot. And Tarot's quote is, Everything changes, nothing is permanent. Don't throw your life away for a temporary shitty time, which really resonates with me. Even though times are bad, they can get better. And quickly, I will show the other quotes. I have 4 more quotes, actually 5, because each of my immortals also have a quote. I'm going to go through them quickly. This is Star Sign. Star Sign was a wolf I accidentally bred while I was mass breeding Taro to get him on the most pups bred leaderboard. He is my only lethal born so far that isn't a brachy, and I just absolutely adore him. Star Sign's quote is, "Your struggle now doesn't negate the accomplishment of how far you've come." Very deep. I like that it has the black with the sparkles, kind of like Taro also has. Next up is Benjamin and Peter. They were my first lethal that I ever bought, and they kind of have a Peter Parker Spider-Man vibe going on. The idea is that like they're a Spider-Verse version of Peter if he was a wolf. So it's both Peter and Peter Benjamin. I don't know, it's kind of silly. I just really like it. I did have this art made at some point that I was going to get made into a custom decor, but the mods denied it. It just didn't work out. So I just keep it in his bio. It's really cool. Benjamin and Peter's quote is, "When it's hard to find kindness, I will make it myself." Always make kindness. Always be kind to yourself. Next up is Snowkin, who we were just talking about. Snowkin's quote is, "You're still a good you, even when you're not feeling like yourself." I think that's really beautiful. The flowers are dying, but he's having a great time just enjoying what he has. Next up is Rufus. Rufus is a brachy that was bred to be like a pug I used to own, who was named Rufus. And his quote is, "You matter and you always will." And I especially picked this image because it has someone who's passed. And I think it's really beautiful, like Rufus is still walking with me. Finally, I have this lethal. I've had it for a long time, 117 rollovers, and I've not managed to name it. If you have any ideas for names, please throw them in the comments below, because right now it's just a bunch of question marks, and it's weird. This wolf's quote is, "It's good you're in the world today, thanks for showing up." And it has the same purple and red kind of theme he has. Next up, I'm going to show some updates. Snapdragon is getting closer to his 2K goal. He now is 1819. So that's only like 181 more to go. So far, I've caught 79 of the mystery things, and I have almost 2,800 lunar tears for next month. I've been saving those for a long while. There's not much else really crazy going on in my den. I do have my eyes on a blind puppy, so you might see that coming in the future. We are also trying to breed a blind puppy, so that would be pretty cool. I thought I'd end off the video just by showing off my thread called Wolf of the Week. It's a thread where I give away a prize every week, which the prize is always 5 gold cones. So if you're looking for free gold cones, this might be a fun game for you. Every week there's a theme, and you must post a wolf with that theme. So the first week, the theme was panda, and this was the winning wolf. The second week, the theme was nature, and this was the winning wolf. This week's theme is lunar theme, and we've had some cool entries so far. Let's take a look at some of the entries just for fun. There's this entry. I really like this one. I got a few melanism wolf entries, but I like how they use the crow and all the weather type decors. This is also a beautiful entry. Honestly, I don't see people use the branches that much, so it's nice to see them use it in a way that frames the wolf. We have this one. It's a very pretty purple design, and the background fits really well. As you can see, the sky contrasts with that little patch of purple, and I'm a fan. Another melanistic wolf. Very beautiful. I love the highlights of the blue against the black. Ronin. This is another pretty wolf. Row again, or the raven. Lots of cool decors from the festival. This one's really pretty. It's kind of got a moth theme going on. You have the antenna and the fluffiness, and it fits really well. Another melanistic wolf. It's going to be hard because there's so many melanistic wolves. This one who uses the extensions from the last festival, I think that's pretty cool. It looks like it probably is a bone extension or the claw extension, ear extension, and the black wings. This one's also pretty. Is this one actually blind or like is it a decor? Oh no, I think it's that eye that like looks kind of blind. Yes, Selenion. Selenion. I can't say it properly. And then the final entry right now is this one who uses a really cool blue outline type decor. There's still time to enter this week. We draw every Friday. So if you have a wolf that looks lunar themed, come and check out the thread. I'll put the link in the description. And we'll take a look and maybe you'll win some GC.